Most people buy this category wrong, not because they chose the wrong product, but because they bought it for the wrong reason. There are one or two things that actually settle this decision, and they almost never appear in the headline spec. Think about the actual moment you will reach for this, not the unboxing, not day one, a third week in, when it just needs to work without you thinking about it. That is the bar. The Logitech MX Master 4 for Mac ergonomic Bluetooth mouse with advanced performance haptic feedback, ultra-fast scrolling, USB-C charging, macOS, iPadOS, Windows Space Black, is built around Mastered for Mac, with matching Apple finishes, Logi Options plus functions for macOS, 1, USB-C charging while you work cable not included. MX Master 4 for Mac makes for a perfect fit with your Apple setup. That is the thing that separates it from what is sitting next to it at a similar price. It is not trying to be everything, it is trying to do this one thing at a level that earns its place. The first feature worth understanding is Mastered for Mac, with matching Apple finishes, Logi Options plus functions for macOS 1, USB-C charging while you work cable not included. MX Master 4 for Mac makes for a perfect fit with your Apple setup. In practical terms, that means you are not fighting the product to get a result. It absorbs the friction that usually slows you down. The second is precision you can feel with the Haptic Sense panel. Customizable one haptic feedback on specific actions, shortcuts, notifications, enhancing productivity on this wireless Bluetooth mouse. This one looks minor on the spec sheet, but it is the thing you notice every single time you use it after the first 2 weeks. And the third is effortlessly access favorite tools with Actions Ring 2 on this MX series mouse. A dynamic, customizable overlay adapts to each app, placing most used filters, adjustments, and shortcuts at your cursor, which is more useful than it sounds until you actually need it. Together, those three things explain why this one has the reputation it does, and why it keeps showing up in comparison lists 2 years after launch. What the listing will not tell you is that ergonomic mouse designed for comfort, MX Master 4 for Mac keeps you in flow with a natural tilt, intuitive buttons, and a thumb scroll wheel that reduces hand stress for fluid navigation. That is the thing buyers consistently flag after extended use, and it is actually more useful in practice than the spec alone suggests. Here is where I have to be straight with you though. Scroll 1000 lines per second and stop on a pixel with the MagSpeed scroll wheel, Logitech's fastest 3, quietest, and most precise 4 scrolling experience. If that does not match your situation, there are better options, and I would rather you know that now than after you open the box. People who have used this long-term consistently mention ergonomic mouse designed for comfort. MX Master 4 for Mac keeps you in flow with a natural tilt, intuitive buttons, and a thumb scroll wheel that reduces hand stress for fluid navigation as the thing that keeps them loyal. The people who left critical reviews mostly bought it for a use case it was not designed for. I cover one of these breakdowns every day. Subscribing is the fastest way to catch the next one. On price, Amazon moves this around more than you would expect. So what I can say is that for what you are getting, the value holds up compared to the alternatives I looked at. That said, timing matters on Amazon. The link is in the description so you can check what it is sitting at right now and decide if the timing works for you.